Hello, welcome back to my channel, and I have some more reviews for you. I know it's been a while and I've got a bunch of new stuff. I've almost forgotten what I've gotten and what I've shown you and what I haven't. So today I wanted to show you the tarot dice. It comes in a long cylindrical tube, which I don't know why the tube is this big, other than it comes with a casting mat. This is kind of unavailable right now, so if you can grab one, because it is pretty cool. It is 13 six-sided dice. It has the major and the minor arcana. The minor arcana are simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, the Four of Swords. But, you do have, and then the major arcana, you have the Fool, there's the Star, the World, Death, the Two of Coins. I don't know where my booklet is at the moment, which because there are some symbols in here that kind of confuse me. I know this is the Page of Wands, but there's a few of them that I would kind of have to look at because I haven't looked at this in a while. But it comes with this really cool foam. It's rather big. It's a foam casting mat. I really should start taking measurements before I come to y'all. But this is the reason why it comes in such a big cylinder. It's 13 placements. It's almost big enough to fit inside my viewfinder here, but it is not. But this was made in 2002. By Tarot-Aussie, and you can get it on eBay and like Etsy, things like that, like kind of new and used. It's unavailable on Amazon right now, but this casting mat's pretty cool. I keep it under my casting mats and reading cloths, which I have a dozen of, and I just choose my reading mats as I like. But that casting mat comes in handy for not only for the dice, but any other like runes or charms or anything else that I might want to use. And then I can always use the tarot dice with something like this. Any of the charm casting mats that I have. Let me rearrange this, get this up higher for you. Get a better view here. There we go. We'll take a look at that casting mat as well. Let me just get this all aligned. Sorry about that. Welcome to real life reading. There you go. Here is a page out of my bookcase. It's my personal bookcase of tarot cards and such. And I recently reorganized it and made myself a mess so that I can't record correctly. There we go. Here's another out of print favorite of mine, the Dynamic Spreads deck. I think I've shown you that before. So back to what I was saying. Okay, I love this new charm casting mat. And I got this from Karin Smith. This is a Tea with Karin product. You can get it in her Etsy, Tea with Karin. Again, it comes with, well, it doesn't come with, but you can also order a set of charms. I have a huge cauldron of charms that I've collected from her and from some other places. Her charms match her tea symbols, the 50 tea symbols, so you can get them. But for instance, I can do a reading. This mat is really great. It's got so many different placements. I've got a few of her mats. I've got a couple of these velvet mats, but so health and well-being, I would read this tombstone in both. So I am recovering from a minor illness, which is why you haven't seen me around so much. It says your gifts, the bridge. This also going to health and well-being shows that there's a transformation of my health, getting better. I'm, kind of getting over that bridge. My gifts, I bridge from here to the other side. I also bridge people. I try to bridge information. The flower, I'm compassion. I bring compassion. all that good happy stuff. Dreams, perseverance. I've been doing a lot of shadow work, so the mushroom there is interesting. The mushroom is also somewhat symbolic for herbal and shamanistic work. So again, that goes back to the phoenix type energy that you get from the mushroom. Relationship and love, we have the dancer in the heart. Don't I wish? So the heart here would say, you know, like a pleasant, you know, admirer of someone in your life, something going on, you know, feelings of, you know, nice love, flirtation, all the good stuff. The dancer is the more flirtation. It's more the body close cheek to cheek. It can be intimate time together. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical time. It can be emotional, you know, spiritual, conversational time. So that's where it can be flirty. Home and family, you have the woman. I have been doing a lot more around my house. It's been spring cleaning. I've been all happy with the weather. I've been getting into the cooking lately. Don't dwell on when you have the female. It's like it goes back to not only I'm going to add this into the things that I can and can't do around the house because of some of my physical limitations, which I sometimes, you know, I want to do more. I'm a modern day June cleaver who can't always be that person. If I had my way, I would vacuum every day, and I can't do it. So that's something that I need to accept. So my feminine roles, as I see it in this symbol, is something that for me personally I shouldn't dwell on. But in addition, it's also about, you know, trying to the female cooperation, all that compassion, the nurturing, don't over nurture, kind of that kind of thing going on. New opportunities, it also hits hidden here for the scales. So new opportunities, something in balance. This could also be, I want to say something legal. I don't expect anything legal, which would why it would be hidden. If it is, I mean, I don't see, you know, have anything negative going on. I don't see anything else negative here going on, so it wouldn't lead me to think that there was anything going on there. But the fact that there is a tower here does give it a little more of a court or an authority type vibe. I can't tell you that I've been dealing with some, what do you call it, official paperwork. I'll leave it at that. But everything's on track, and it will affect money, and I do need to stay on the path because I need to set up some appointments to get some things done for the house, which I am in charge for doing for the financial manager. So that's interesting. And then we have Pram right in the center. And so when it lands right in the center, I'm thinking, it's like, what should you be aware of? And this to me says, take in new experiences and being open to new experiences, which is interesting. So that's how I'd read that with the charms. Now, if I took my tarot dice, and then one just fell, and then a few just fell. So a relationship and love, strength just showed up. So to me, this would say, know what you're looking for and own your power and own your insecurities. Everybody's insecure in some way, and that's okay. And so just be cool with like everything else, you know, everything that's going on. We have the Seven of Swords and Dreams, which is interesting with the mushroom because again, this can show working through the shadow work. So we have the Page of Swords on focus on this and on your gifts, which is bringing new information. So there you go. This kind of mirrors the transformation of the grave, as well as the bridging the gap here to your gifts. The Three of Swords is on health and well-being, which makes sense because I've been having some pains. It's been kind of one little thing after another, but there's nothing really there's nothing major. And so this to me, again, says, a little bit of aches and pains, but I'm getting over it. Nothing to be super concerned about. It's pollen season, and right now I'm counting my blessings that natural local honey is working really well for me in addition to my Zyrtec. Last year I had to take Zyrtec plus Claritin, and I still woke up every day looking like Quasimodo. This year I'm taking Zyrtec and a little bit of natural local honey, and things are just, knock on wood, going swimmingly. So this is how I would use this mat and how I would use the tarot dice, and also how I layer systems. I love layering systems, whether it's tea and tarot, tarot and Lenormand, astrology. The astrology dice are another thing that you could use on this mat or any of the Karin's charm casting mats. Relationships number 2, which would be the second house. The second house is a place of gifts and where your natural talents lie. We have Gemini on health and well-being, as well as unexpected. So Gemini has a lot to do with thought, learning, processing. In terms of the health and well-being, you would bring it back to Gemini's issues, which is the head. We have Mars in the center, as in get off your ass and do something, lady, which makes sense. So that's how I would add those there. I have a lot of different things that I use. I even have, for you nerds out there, a Star Wars trance cube. But I have yes, no, maybe dice that can be used on the charm and casting mat. I have timing of the week. We have months. This one is about positive attributes and negative attributes of people. And this is another days of the week. So if I have somebody who needs a days of the week die, let me know and I will mail you this for a nominal fee. Like, I need you to cover shipping and handling. I also have a weather forecasting die. I used to carry around a weather forecasting rock. If the rock is wet, it is raining. But this actually does have some pretty cool things on it. So these are just other things that you can incorporate into charm casting mats. Let's see. Another charm casting mat, I think I've shown you this one, but if I haven't, this is very similar. And when Karin, whoop, let me just flatten out my stuff there. When Karin makes these mats or embroiders them, and she does, I believe, have limited velvet left. She has different materials that she does them on. But she does have the ability to do custom embroidery, like a custom logo, which I have here. I'm not sure if the light's picking it up well. The Wilma's Alternative Solutions. And that's, once she creates it, she can put it in her filing cabinet, and then for $5 she can put it on any mat that you order in the future. So it's kind of a one-time kind of processing fee, and then it's forever on file in case you want to do another one. So this is another general mat. So again, you could place dice here. You could just shake them. And then again, this was meant for the charms. But so these are a couple, and these come in various colors. I have a couple. I have a big one like this, and I have a smaller one. My smaller one is this size, and my big one is this size. And this is great for pendulum work. It also works great for charms. Make sure that it's in there. But you have all your numerology, as well as the letters for timing people, places, or things if you want, depending, again, if you want to use your pendulum. This is arranged for, the pendulum here. It says yes, no, maybe. And then you have all your astrological signs. The astrological signs mean that you can divide this up into the months. The months would follow the astrological signs, I'm sorry. So you have August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Is how I would generally space that out. You can do it as the specific days. You can also do it as the seasons. So you'd have spring, summer, fall, winter. So this helps you with timing. This is a really lovely mat. These mats come in blue, this one's green. I have green and I have red. I can't remember what other colors she may have, but she does beautiful, beautiful work. And so those are some of those new beauties that I have to show you. And one thing, you haven't seen this in a while, I know I've shown it to you, but another one of her mats shows the other. This is some of that spandex linen that she has, which is nice because it's stretchy and it travels well, it washes really easy, and it doesn't wrinkle. It's a two-sided mat. I call it the pig's fly mat. And this is a really awesome mat. It's got some of my favorite spreads on it. Pros and cons. Do this, don't do this. Option 1, option 2. And I love the bubbles and the pigs here. On the other side, this is one of her favorite spreads. This is a go-to spread that she uses all the time. And this is one that you can choose the significator card and put it here for the situation as it currently stands, or you can allow the coins or the card to choose itself. And then you have 3 cards for the way through the situation to show you, how to get through it. And then you have 2 cards for advice or outcome. And this fits your standard cards or minis. And again, you can use it with any of your casting tools, charms, dice, etc. So this is something that's really cool. And if I wanted to, I could fold everything up enough to fit it into my Labyrinth Through Time kit. Or better yet, I would probably put it into this kit, just because there's already so much. It is already pretty much a complete kit, that if I'm gonna travel with this, I would, the most I would do is maybe, and I've thought about this for travel, because I'm thinking about doing a little more travel in the next couple of years, is bringing a mini Lenormand and a mini tea deck, which I have a couple of. I can also bring a mini tarot deck. And by mini tarot deck, I do mean a mini. And I do want to thank the Riveras for this one. I got this a few years ago. This is an actual 78 card mini tarot in a bottle. And this is also great for the casting mats. If I want to throw this on any of my charm mats, especially any of my printed out charm mats or the Divination Divided book, for instance, this is great. I just have to be very careful that they don't flip, which is, her charm tray is a great way to use this. But I can put these in my hand. And then kind of ask my question and literally, oh, this one, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And you can get a really big reading, as you see, on a mat like this. But if I had a small, I would use this for the way through all these cards. But if I was using the Divination Divided kit, that would be pretty cool. And this seems to be a blank card, so we'll draw another one. We don't have enough cards on there? I guess we have enough cards. Alright, so it looks like the situation as it stands is, oh, it's the 7 of Swords. So again, shadow work. I have been doing a lot of shadow work. And then here, by the way, don't mind my hair. I'm drying it, trying to curl it. We have Temperance and the 2 of Wands. My eyesight isn't great, this doesn't help. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, no, wait, that's the 7 of Swords. So which one is this? I'm sorry guys, I'm recovering from 5 of Swords. Sorry, derp. And I kind of those to me, I get them a little, not confused, but they have very similar interpretations in some ways. Then we have the Queen of Swords. I knew she was going to come up in this reading if that happened. We have the Chariot here, and the Six of Cups, the King of, looks like the King of Cups. Nope, that's the King of Pentacles. It must be the King of Pentacles because the words are long. I don't know, I'm not recognizing it. The images are very small. Oh, and we have the Four of, these are really small, guys. But hey, it works, all right? So, and we still have some things in there, but I guess we don't need all the cards, right? But so if I wanted to look at this, it would, you know, it looks like, you know, there's different options here, and, you know, being very gentle and delicate is very important. Deciding what matters here, choosing your battles, as well as, and then, you know, kind of coming at it from a practical point of view. So kind of, you know, choosing your battles there. Oh, and we have a card over here. It's the Knight of Pentacles, but he fell off the thing. So with all these people cards, it looks, you know, for like some people involved, but like, you know, again, advice, the Chariot, you know, have your boundaries, set your boundaries, decide what it is you want, that kind of thing. And again, with the Four of Pentacles, you know, boundaries. So, I mean, it's just interesting. So these are just different things that you can add to your collection. These are available online, these tiny little mini, some of them come, I've seen them come in bottles. I've seen them come a little bit bigger than this, which might be a good option. I think this is absolutely adorable, but it's very difficult to read, and I am scared of losing them. Luckily, like I said, I do have the charm tray, which helps. I do not think I would use this outside on a windy day, but this is an absolutely adorable oracle that I have thought about using on, like I said, the Divination Divided book in particular. So now this video has gone on for a bit now. I have one more thing that I'd like to show you, and I have posted it up before, I think, but I do want to like show it to you one more time, and that is my new Tea for One tea set, which is another, if I can get all these tarot things put away, the Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords. It feels like I'll never get them all gone. Okay, there we go. It's another Tea with Karin production. The Tea for One sets I think are awesome, but she doesn't keep very many in stock because the shipping on them is more expensive than the regular teacups. And it's because you're getting twice the teacup. I mean, it's a gigantic cup instead of a small teacup. This is one of those, what I call like an Alice size cup. And then you also get a mini teacup. So the shipping on this was about 20 Australian dollars, if I remember correctly, which is cheaper in US dollars. Which, I mean, if you're expecting free shipping, then you're expecting Amazon. You gotta remember, this is small business stuff. So this is coming from across the world from an island, so keep that in mind, but it is a one-of-a-kind type item. A lot of her cups are one-of-a-kind, I should say. They're collector's items, and they're gonna be with you for a long time. The images do not wear off. Most of them are dishwasher safe. However, if it has the gold or the silver, she doesn't recommend it because the gold and the silver does tarnish in the dishwasher. But this is the beautiful cup that I got from her. It says Witch's Brew. And I had seen some of these sets online, but they didn't have the awesome tea leaf reading symbols inside. So Karin to the rescue. Also on here, she put a Leo symbol for me, since that is my specific sun sign, and it says Witch's Brew on both sides. Now, I love these tea for one sets for a few reasons. One of the biggest reasons I like it is that I forget to drink my tea and I put it aside and it gets cold. And with this, I don't have to worry about it because I brew the tea in here. I can put my sugar in here, or I can put it down here. I can also put and this is the second reason I like the tea for one. I put the creamer in, I put my tea in here, my water in here. I start my steep timer. I can bring this wherever I want to. I just have to take a little spoon. I don't even have to take that. Once this is done steeping, and this stays nice and hot because this is so thick, all of these tea for one sets are. You pour it in over your creamer, automatically stirs itself. There's no like little, I have to bring a shot glass of creamer, I have to bring a little bit of the, no, that's why I love this. It's just so much, it's less cleanup and it stays warm. So I just keep it in here until I'm ready to forget it, until I'm ready to drink it, and then I can pour it in. And even if I forget it in this cup is a thicker cup so it stays warm longer. And yeah, and then if I can choose to strain out my tea leaves or not. Even if I don't use a traditional strainer, I can still pretty much keep most of them out, and then at the end I can always fish some out with a spoon to add more to do my traditional reading. So she does have a few other tea for one sets in stock. They don't all look like this. She does have a cute, I think, a mint green striped set and a pink striped set. I'm not sure what, if any, like prints are going in there, but ask her about her tea for ones because I think they're darling. And with that, I'm going to wrap this up because this video is getting long enough. Actually, I did mention that I would put this mat in this thing because this is such an all-in-one travel kit. So in case you forgot, this kit, I just put a set of her charms, and this is one of her Teacup casting mats. It's a double-sided. The side has charms on it, so the charms can land on the charms to give you an extra reading. This side is empty, and it looks like a cup. So if you don't, it's like reading a traditional cup, but with the charms. And then these Roman numerals are about timing. So you can do traditional timing in a cup, and you can also do it on a mat. But this is a teacup. In fact, this is the handle right here. That symbolizes the handle. So I have a few of these different mats. This is in the steampunk style, and it comes in this beautiful tin. You can get it with or without charms. And like I said, I think I'm going to add this mat in here because I think it just makes it a great all-in-one way to read, and it fits. And I love things I can bring together. And there we go. So thanks for joining me. I hope you've subscribed. Give me a thumbs up if you've found any of this useful. And I'll see you back soon.